Welcome back to the Control Pod. Yay! Today we are joined by the lovely Lessi from Shadow Social.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for hopping on. It's been a very long time, especially between the two of us as well. For some context, Lessi and I used to work together in socials at Lululemon, and that's how we've connected. And we're so happy to have you on the podcast today.
So excited to be here. We've left this way too long. So.
I know it's been way too long. Tell us a bit about yourself. Let's just start from there.
Let's start from there. So I've been in the social media space for a decade now. That's putting an age on it. Started in like the big four corporate space. Thought that was the right thing to do. You know, get a degree, get the big job. You know, grow. But decided that just wasn't the industry for me. So then went to government. Thought I'd give that a go, do something again very different, still in the social media management space, had a little bit more fun with creating content there. And I think that's where I like sparked that love for creating content. I thought, oh, this is kind of fun. Like I could do something with this. Went to a hotel. I was in New Zealand at this point. And thought, let's create some content for a hotel, very boutique style, so could have a little bit more fun and creativity than what you can in a big four or in a government space. And then it was time to come home to Australia. I'd travelled the world, done my thing, and landed at Lululemon. And ran the socials there for 2 and a bit years. And I think that's where that love for branding came in, and like creating really high quality, curated, polished content that was focused on community and people. And on the side of that, I started my wedding content creation business, Shadow Social. So I did that part-time. I don't know how I did it. Like now that I'm in that full time, I was like, how did I work full time and do this?
You were grinding when we were working together. You were like, oh, what did you get up to this weekend? Oh, I've just shot a wedding.
Yeah. It's like 10 edits to do. Started Shadow Social. It will be 2 years in March. So my second birthday is coming up, which is really exciting. And so basically just creating content at weddings on my iPhone, like following the photographers all day and videographers, and capturing all like the candid moments. So I've loved weddings since I was a little kid, and to combine like what I've done for the last 10 years with a passion like that is really cool. And just thought it was time to go like head first and give it my all, because wedding content creators is such a new thing in the wedding industry. And I thought, if I'm going to do it, now's the time to do it. So been full-time in Shadow since June last year, which has gone really fast. The last 7 months have been a whirlwind. And on the side of that, I just did the Australian Open for the first time, which was so cool.
So cool, yeah.
Everyone said to me, like, when you're in it, you're so tired and you're working so hard. And everyone's like, wait till you finish. You're going to miss it. I was like, yeah. I miss it. Like I miss it. I miss the people. I miss the craziness of it, the content we were creating. Like it was so much fun. And then I also do some contracting with a agency called AE Creative, and I help her with all her influencer and PR for like opening nights for all the musicals in Melbourne. So wearing many different hats at the moment, working 7 days a week, but it's fine.
When do you get a chance to sleep, hey?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Literally. I want to touch on Shadow, because I remember when you first brought it to light as well, and it was really, really exciting. And I hadn't even heard of the niche of like content creators at weddings as well. Like,
really?
Yeah. How did you get into this space?
Well, I think when I started Shadow, we probably would have just met at Lululemon, because I was contracting for 2 other ladies before I decided to go out on my own, which I think was the best way to do it, because I was able to be in the fun part of just creating content and seeing what it's all about before going out by myself. And that's how I got into it. I was following one of the accounts from someone's wedding. I'd seen their wedding and I was like, oh, I'll follow this girl. I love this stuff. This is so cool. And then she posted that she was looking for help in Melbourne. She was based in Sydney, and reached out, and like basically the rest is history. Like I helped her for a few months. She referred me to someone in Melbourne that needed help, so I helped her for a little while. And then a friend of mine asked me to do her wedding, and she was the one that kind of pushed me to do it myself. She was like, no, I don't want to go through these other people. Like I want it to be you. Like you're my friend. We've grown up together. Like I think you should do this. I don't know why you're not doing it. Wow. So, and to this day, she has got me so much work, whether it's like her wedding, her 2 kids' baptisms, like her friends' weddings. Like I said to her, I gotta start paying you commission soon.
Use my discount code.
Literally.
Be the kids' weddings. Then.
Yeah, I know. You grow up with the families. It's actually so nice.
Yeah.
And then look, the first 6 months was really just doing favors for friends and just trying to get the content to build the page. And then the last 18 months has been wild. Like I was just looking at my diary before because someone's like, let's get drinks. I'm like, yeah, so May 17th is my next Saturday. Yeah.
As in, like, you're stacked up with weddings till then.
Every Saturday, I'm basically booked. I've got some Sundays free, but every Friday and Saturday is booked until Easter. I then go away for 2.5 weeks.
Nice.
I've then blocked out my birthday week because I was like, I
deserve it.
want to
Yes.
relax,
Yeah.
and then right back into it.
That is
You are hustling
Wild.
so good.
Yeah, because when I think of wedding content creators, I feel the one person comes to my mind. It's Olivia. You know,
Olivia Living.
Yes.
Love her stuff.
her stuff is insane. I
She's
feel like,
one of the big ones.
yeah, she like pathed the way for what wedding content creators could be. Like she's doing weddings in like Dubai and Europe and stuff, and she's from Australia.
Wow.
So she's insane, and I just think of like things like that. But yeah, I remember when I was like looking into social media, I was like, oh, should I do weddings? Because that was like starting to become really, really popular. But I was just like, oh, I don't know if I could like personally, I don't know if I could do like all day. You have the.
I would literally
perseverance
waddled
for it.
into my house last night because my lower back was about to go. I was like, I've just done the big Mamma Mia opening on Wednesday night, and then I had a 10-hour wedding yesterday, and I was like, I don't know if I'm sore from Pilates or if I'm sore from just standing with my phone the whole time. But Olivia Living, her stuff, like I've inspired, like she's inspired my work for so long. Like she does some huge weddings, a lot of influencer weddings as well.
Massive.
And she lives like down the road from my parents.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Yeah, she's like down in the peninsula. I've like seen her at Pilates a few times. I'm like been too scared to go introduce myself, but I also want to be like, I should just do it because I know I'm good friends with some influencers, and they always say like it's so nice when people come up and like tap you and say like,
Hi.
you inspire my work. So
I think it is, right? Like we tend to forget that these people are people as well, just because they have, I don't know, a number next to their name and everything. And we were just speaking off air about like shooting Life with Tom. I think a lot of people are like, holy shit, like you shot Life with Tom, that's crazy. I'm like, he's just like a good friend now. And I don't know, it's just like, I think people appreciate that when you don't put this weird label. It's like AFL players as well. Like they just prefer that human to human connection.
they're real people.
Literally.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that favor passage as well. Like when did you get to a point where you felt like this is going to be my full-time gig or something that I can really lean into?
I was always told, and I love you, Mum and Dad. I was always told, go to uni, get a good degree, get a good job, work your way up. And so I was very scared to leave my 9 to 5 and to go into this full time because I've got a mortgage, I've got bills to pay, I live a lavish lifestyle that I can't afford. So to leave a 9 to 5, I was scared because I was like, I'm now like relying on only me to make money. And I literally looked at my diary and I thought, you know, I've got a lot of bookings coming up. I can't continue working 7 days a week. I was on the edge of burnout. It wasn't my choice to leave. I like my full-time gig, but I think it was a sign from the universe because I wouldn't have left on my own accord. And it was basically saying, we're going to push you out. We're going to make you move on. And I didn't have a choice. And I just was like, well, this is my opportunity. This is the sign to just fully go into it. I've given myself a deadline. If I don't hit my goals by then I will, you know, relook into getting maybe a part-time gig or go back to the industry. But hopefully
I mean, like perspective is always the biggest thing, I think. And I think you have such a great mindset on the fact that you had that experience and saw it and went, actually, no, this is a sign from the universe that I need to leave. And that they're basically telling me to get out. And this is their way of saying it. And I'm just going to use that as the chance to take it. And look where you are now.
Yeah. And I panicked as soon as that happened. The jobs that I started applying for, because I was like, I just need to get back to my 9 to 5. I did go travel Europe and like took that as a break, but I was like interviewing for jobs while I was there. And I got back from Europe and I thought, why am I rushing this? Like I've got time. I've got savings to get me through a few months if I can't get a job. And I'm probably not going to get this opportunity again if I go back into another 9 to 5. So it was terrifying. I like really got really strict with my spending and putting money aside for certain things so that I didn't have to worry about that. But it was the best decision I made. Like I'm great. I love this freelance lifestyle.
What was the interview process like with like in the world of marketing? Because it's kind of interesting from my point of view. Like I wanted to work in marketing, and then I always got pushed back because I was like I never had experience in it, and I didn't come from a degree of marketing either. I came from a degree of criminology, so it was like I felt like I could do it, and I didn't have the experience of it. So that's where it's like, you know what, if I no one's gonna take me in, I'll just like do my own business in it. But for you, like obviously knowing like businesses and industries and even like big brands that are doing marketing, like what's that experience like as well?
I did it a very non-traditional way. I started working really young. I was younger for my like did I did primary school in the UK. So when I came here for high school, I was already a bit young for my year level. And when I finished uni, I went straight into like intern. Like I was interning at uni for my uni. Like I knew someone that knew someone. Use your networks seriously. Like I did a marketing internship at RMIT, which then led me to my job at what was it called? It was like a Crikey Publications. And then a friend of mine that I went to primary school with in the UK, her mum was like, "Hey, if you want to come live in London and work for me for a year, like it's just an internship, but you can come do it." I ended up doing that for 2 years, and
Wow.
so I I've moved around so much. Like I'm not 30 yet. But I've had like 7 jobs, you know, and like I speak to so
Wow.
many of my friends that have like been in the same job since coming straight out of uni, and that doesn't look very good on paper. It looks like I can't hold a job, and I've like moved around a lot. A lot of them were mat covers, which I actually look back on now, I think it was the best thing because I got to dip my feet into so many different industries, see what I liked, what I didn't like. And now bringing that into the freelance world, I can now say I've worked in all these industries,
100%.
which looks so good as a freelancer. So yeah, not as a 9 to 5er like in marketing, but it looks good for a freelance content creator or marketing professional or whatever you call me.
Yeah.
Because I've been able to do a whole lot of different industries and start. I moved to London when I was 19, so like I packed up my bags and I was like, we're out of here, we're going, and yeah, best thing I could have done.
Well,
Probably.
yeah, no, I think about it. It's true though, because like they always say, like if you've got like multiple jobs in your resume, it looks sus. But
Yeah,
it's
it's a
actually
red flag.
so true. Like
Yeah.
now that we're in the freelance position, it's like, well, now we've got all these like brands, all these experience levels that we've had. Like that's like better than just having like one gig. So it's like, yeah, well.
And that was the problem with when I was going for these full-time gigs. They were like, "Oh, why'd you leave there?" or what? And I was like, "Oh, I did my 2 years in London. I did my 2 years in New Zealand. Like I had
Yeah,
reasons."
and you're like explaining yourself to people, and it's like, are these the types of people that you want to work with as well? Like if they're trying to pry in, I get from a company perspective, like you want to protect the time and everything, but I agree with both of you. It's such an asset to have so many different perspectives, and like look where it's taken you, and look where it's taken us as well. Like to be able to be adaptable and be able to storytell or create content or create cool things for all these different people, like that's a blessing.
I think that's another reason why I was too scared to leave my last full-time job because I was there for 2 and a bit years. I was like, okay, this is gonna look good on the resume. I just need to push through a little bit more and stay. And that was what was in the back of my mind the whole time. Like, don't go. You've moved too much. Your resume is looking jumpy. If you go to your business and then come back to work, it's going to look worse. But she's a freelancer now, so
Shame on you for taking a bet on
Shame.
yourself.
How dare you?
I know. Literally. Well, I mean, talk to us about, I guess, the network part, because I think seeing you work and the way that you interacted with so many people when we were working together, like it's your superpower and you're so good at it. How has that gotten you in the room with, I guess, the people that you do work with on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah. If Lululemon gave me anything, one, the most incredible group of friends, but also the network that I took away with me, like the people I got to meet, the people I got to work with. Social media is a very social role. Like you're in people's faces filming content, you're talking to them 24/7, you're asking them to be vulnerable and create, especially the ambassadors that we were working with, like asking them to create content themselves that they didn't like creating. And so you have to be the night, like the kill them with kindness, like be the nicest person possible. It's all about building those relationships and making them feel so comfortable around you. And I used to get that feedback from them all the time that like, they've never felt so comfortable to make content before because they have never had that sort of support. And so yeah, those friends that I took with me have then helped me find so much work now. All the influencers that I met that have reached out for like collaborations or wanting me to help them create content, or getting me to do their weddings. Like it's crazy. Some of my closest friends now, influencers that I met on the job doing campaigns or creating content, and now get to be involved in other moments of their lives. It's crazy, but you need that in my influencer role. It's all about relationships. At the Mamma Mia event on Wednesday night, my boss couldn't believe how many people were coming up to me and saying hi. Oh my God, Lessi, it's so good to see you. And it's like, I just know a lot of people.
That's him as well. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, literally, there's two of you. Like we go anywhere. Jadyn. You guys are like so networked, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's important in this industry. Like, you want to be that person that comes to someone's mind when they're like, hey, do you have a content person that can help us with this? Like, got the one for you. Like, and it's all just getting your name out there or going to networking lunches or whatever it might be, just to meet people and put your face out there. Easiest way to do it. I hate making content with me in it. So if I can put myself in the room with people, much rather do that.
Fair. How do you find these events to connect with other people as well? I think there's some pretty cool spaces popping up. We have a mate who's creating like a third space basically for creators from shout out from Media World. Really, really cool concept, and like has brought so many different creators, I guess, together and everything. Like, how do you go about it? Do you just shoot people DMs, or do you, I don't know, like look for events and everything? Like,
You're the one that got me good with giving people my Instagram. I remember when I first met you, I think we were at an event or we were at a shoot, and I'm just watching Jadyn like pass his phone around with his Instagram. I was like, God, this guy's good at networking. And then I did an event once, and you were like, yeah, like look at you handing out your Instagram. And
I actually remember that.
Yeah,
yeah.
And so when I started at Lululemon, I think I had like 300 followers.
Yeah.
I'm nearly at 1,000 now.
Yeah.
I just go, hey, follow me on Instagram. We'll chat later. Like,
Yeah.
I love being in the room with people. I'm not a very confident person. I like to go in my shell a lot of the time. I much rather just like sit in a room and work. But when I get out of that shell and I'm like start talking to people and I find those like connection points of what we've got in common, you can't shut me up. And like I'll talk for hours and get really close with people, put a drink in front of us, good luck. Like I'm Italian, I'm loud. We talk for hours. So love going to those networking events. I don't like going by myself. I always make sure I bring someone with me just for a buffer. But yeah, I literally just say, hey, look, let's follow each other on Instagram. Let's stay in touch. If you need any content, please hit me up. And yeah, that's basically what I've done. And it's because of Jadyn.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, what was your first impression of Jadyn? I actually love to know.
I remember we had was it a phone interview that we did?
I think you gave me a buzz. Or we were like doing email tag and then phone and then I think in person and a Zoom.
Yeah, I think so.
It was quite lengthy, yeah.
It was a very last minute application. Like I was moving quite quickly because I needed someone like ASAP. And I saw his resume. I was like, oh, this kid's got some good little credentials there. I was like, this could be good. And just like so bubbly instantly. And I was like, this kid's going somewhere. Like I need his help. I also like, my dad has always said to me, when you're going to hire someone or bring someone into your team, bring someone in that's going to, that has the skills that you don't have and that will complement you because they're going to bring in those skills that you need, because not one person can do everything in a team, especially in a social media role. And I saw skills in Jadyn that I didn't have and that I needed in the team. And it was honestly like the best. Was it a year?
Yeah, it's like, no, not even. It's like 6 months.
6 months. I tried to make you stay.
I know.
We couldn't get you to stay. So.
I was off, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, that's
chasing
so
the
sweet.
world and doing your stuff. But you do know when you just meet someone, you're like, I need their help. I need them.
Oh, that was really sweet.
He loved working with you. He doesn't stop talking about how amazing experience
It was the best.
It was a very good
I did
experience.
not have. Don't put this in the pod. I didn't have very good experience with other interns afterwards. So everyone was like, we need Jadyn back.
That's really
It was
sweet to
very
hear.
hard to lose you in the team, but you're doing better things now anyway.
Oh, thank you. And as are you as well.
You too, though.
I think, yeah, it was awesome to, I guess, play the chapter together. And I think we both grew so much from such a shared experience. And I think it really opened my eyes to the power of content as well. And helped me sort of shift my belief between like, oh, well, I can do this and I can do that. And then now we're doing the thing as well, like starting a business and getting a taste for agencies and also working with other people as well. With the work, like you like to grind and, you know, be in your shell and everything, how do you switch and flip out? I feel like this is like a really interesting question because there's different strategies to obviously get yourself out of the hole. Like, does it involve just alcohol, or, you know, do you have any other tips that you get yourself out of your shell with?
If you'd asked me this question 6 months ago, it'd be very different to what it is now, because I feel like I'm in such a different routine being on my own time. When you're in the 9 to 5, you're like so worried about being online all the time and being available. But I'm like, no, I'll get up when I want to get up and I'll do my thing. So Pilates is like my safe haven at the moment. I go 4 times a week. That's like my 1 hour of like switch off, the phone's not with me. I can just focus on something that's not work for that 1 hour. And I usually go in the afternoon because that's when I need to like, I've been frustrated all day because something's not landing right or I can't find the right piece of content. So that helps me just like step away. And then when I come back, I've got a bit of a fresher mind. But my family's also everything. Like when I'm feeling flat or I need to get out of my bubble a little bit, I just go spend time with my grandparents or my parents, or I live with my sister. So like that helps to find that balance. Because I am a workaholic. Like I don't switch off.
Yes, we know that.
We've become the same.
And what is it like, I guess, your parents now viewing what you're doing, because heavy on the get a degree, work your way up sort of thing. What has that transition been like?
They have been supportive from day one. Like when I started Shadow, they were like, this is really cool. You're working really hard. We're really proud of you. So I never felt like I couldn't go and do it full time if I wanted to. I just knew that I had to be really smart about it, because that's what they always drilled into me. They were like, do it when you're financially ready. Do it when you know you've got the time and the space to do it properly. I know they would back me 100% if it failed and if it didn't work, but they only want success for my sister and I. And so, I think my parents were actually the ones that told me to maybe not go for the full-time gig after I left Lululemon, and to use that as the sign to go into Shadow, because I was in this idea of like just rush and just figure it out ASAP. Um, and yeah, they've been incredible. I've even like had to send my sister on some jobs because I've had a last minute content creator like cancel on me, and she's like jumped in and helped me out, and she works in like
Oh my God,
finance.
bless.
Like she's not a content creator. She's incredible, and she always puts her hand up when I'm like, oh, I need someone for Friday and no one's free. She'll jump in and do it.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
She's amazing.
Yeah, how good.
But yeah, could not have done any of this without my family. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So lovely. What's your sort of like, we talk about your experience in the journey, but in that journey, we're talking about a length of time that, content has drastically changed. Like we're talking, from even we've noticed it too, like just things maybe aren't appealing as they used to be anymore. Like talking heads are too boring. 2 minutes is now too long, and now you do less than that, 7 seconds. Like, what have you noticed in the whole like content world and how that has changed over to where you are now?
Yeah. Social media has changed so much. Like the channels that are coming out, the content styles, even just how influencers are creating content as well. If you don't have a niche, you're not gonna make noise, right? In the wedding industry specifically, like a 2-minute video does way better than a 10-second video.
No.
Like people want to watch the full day. They want to see everything that happened.
Wow.
I can get that.
And I used to do really quick edits, and then I started posting these like full day edits, and they're being eaten up. Like people love them. So
Wow.
it's, I think like, yes, content, the way that people want to consume content has changed, but it's also about the industry that you're in or the platform that you're posting it on. I like in the musical space, I've found that like quick 10-second clips of the show is what's going to do best to promote it, because people just want a little snippet,
What it looks
get
like.
that FOMO feeling, and then that does really well. So it's about, for me, I've like had to learn the different industries, and also when I'm creating content with influencers, like trying to learn their style, their audience, and how are people consuming content, because you can't copy and paste a strategy across multiple brands. It's different for absolutely everyone. I learned that in all the industries I was in. I'm learning it even more now with the wedding space. I think though it's all about being candid and like authentic. People can see right through the bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
It's so true.
I think so. I think that's maybe something that I've struggled with as well. It's like just niche wise, like what is the niche as well, and being really like true to maybe what sort of content it is that we want to make. Is it like building a business? Is it health and wellness? Like those sorts of things too. So it's really interesting insight as well, and particularly like industry specific too. Like I guess we still think about it. Like we definitely are like, oh, why is this not performing? Why is that not performing as well? Like, where do you sort of go to, I guess, learn about these things, or do you just do trial and error and just sort of play around until something hits?
Actually, what are sort of the workarounds with content for wedding? Because I feel like it's a lot more personalized based in the sense that the wedding or the couple and that are getting it for like just to post out for themselves. It's not so much to like get views. Is that sort of the vibe that like is that right to say or?
Yeah. With my clients, my brides and grooms, I give them full control over like the music and what they want the final edit to look like. I always we have a call before the wedding. We go through everything so that the edit is exactly what they're looking for. And then I usually do the post and invite the bride and the groom to collaborate. Maybe the wedding dress designer or the photographer or whatever. Like I might invite a few other people to collaborate that we've agreed on. Then that's what gets me the views because I'm collaborating with these other people. Their friends are seeing it, their friends are commenting on it, and that's how I also then get the referrals. Because like a friend will go, hey, I saw your post from my friend. She got married last week. What are your rates? 80% of my work is word of mouth. Like
Wow.
I get a few inquiries online, but it's mainly like friends of friends or, hey, my friend saw you on the weekend. She's recommended you. So it is very tailored to the person. In terms of like trial and error, I do that with the wedding page too. Sometimes I'm like, let's just put this 10-second clip up with the trending audio and it completely flops. Given up on TikTok in the wedding space. Like
Really?
I like, and I know I shouldn't, being a social media person, I shouldn't give up, but I'm like, I don't get any inquiries or clicks or anything through there anyway. And I do in Instagram. Instagram is like where I get everything. It's where I get the reach. It's where I get my followers. It's where I get my inquiries. So I spend 90% of my time in there, and that's where I trial and error like sounds, editing styles, collaborating with different people. And I'm like in my numbers all the time. Like I'm always going back and looking at, oh, why did that flop? Or was it because I didn't collaborate with the right person or I didn't use the right audio? Sometimes I don't use an audio and I'm like, let's see if the content speaks for itself.
Just test it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one video that went viral on Instagram. No, actually, you know what? It was actually TikTok.
Was it your wicked one?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh God, no. It was a wedding one on the shadow page and it reached like 100K.
Yeah, wow.
But it was such a bad video. Like the lights were flickering, the quality wasn't great, but I just put a trending song on it. I put a little bit of text on screen and I was like, why is this one
Popping
doing
off.
well? It blew my mind. But it's the things that you don't expect, like the Wicked one that I went stupidly viral for. That's on like 16.5
Wait, did you do them at a
views.
memorable MM?
No.
16.5 mil views.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, what was that?
That was for the first movie. So this was like not last November, the November before.
Yeah.
I went to a preview of Wicked. I'm a diehard Wicked
Love.
fan.
How many times have
I
you been
love
to the
Wicked.
musical
Well,
now?
I'm off to New York in April. It will be number 10 on stage. So excited.
I'm so jealous.
And I literally just, my friend had already seen it. He recorded our reaction to a part of the movie. And it wasn't just my reaction. It was like the people around me. We all reacted so big.
In the movie theater, like
Yeah. Naughty filming in the theater. But it
Whatever.
was not of us. It
No,
wasn't of the screen.
people do it
so
all the time. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I posted it as a joke because I thought it was hilarious. Like our reactions were just so funny. And yeah, it blew up
took off.
overnight. Yeah, it had hit 10 mil within the first week.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And it was the last 6 came over the year and then it kind of boosted again when the second movie came out. I got like
Yes.
another mil from that. It was a 10-second edit. Like I was just like did something quick on my phone. I was like, oh, this is so funny. Put a Wicked sound on it. Posted it at like 1 a.m. Like I had just gotten home from the
Oh,
preview.
so it's like the worst time to be posting as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And then woke up and it was like on 2 mil and I was like, what the
And was this on your like
Oh my
personal page?
Lord.
I just did it as a joke. I didn't think it was going to go anywhere. And like 80% of the engagement from it has come from the US.
Yeah,
So it kind of makes sense. But that's if I've learned anything from that, it's like the most like authentic, like unedited.
Yeah.
Just like
moments,
unscripted and
unscripted.
raw. Yeah, and raw, sorry. Yeah, literally. Well, how much does that like dispel all the beliefs in the social media industry right now?
Yeah,
It's just
you
like
don't need a
we
good
want
edit.
exactly. We want crisp, clean edits. We want this, we want that. It's just like just upload something and see where the wind takes it.
happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wait, still,
literally.
please hire us. We're really good.
Literally, please, we need a job. Thank you.
No, but it's so true though. Sometimes you don't need the crazy like 2 to 3 hour editing on a video. It could be just a quick 10-minute one and it does well.
I
So,
think that's what we're feeling as well, because a lot of the
so
stuff
much.
I'm doing on camera takes a little bit more, actually a lot more time
lot
than
more
say
time.
like an iPhone edit. But say for like the cafe downstairs that we were doing content for, I just set up the tripod, filmed him making a coffee, put some text over it
was
and
like flow
training
state-
audio.
flow state
And it's just
content.
like, and it's just like done a lot better than a lot of the other videos that I've put together. So it's just like figuring out social media. It's very interesting.
That's why I love weddings so much, and being a content creator and not a videographer, because I'll walk away from a wedding with like 800 pieces of content, but I can whip up something in 30 seconds. Maybe not that quick, but I can be really quick and like get them a quick edit to go online immediately.
Yes.
And then my job's done. They get all the content, they get their edit, and I can pack up and go. I don't have to
Wait,
go.
do you do one edit?
Depends on the package. So like yesterday I did a 10-hour, they got 2 edits. So they get a short 30-second highlights reel, and it's normally like the photos part of the day. That's the most beautiful part. And then a 1 to 2 minute full day recap video. Whip that up really like last night took me 40 minutes to do both.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really,
Oh my
really, I
gosh.
favourite throughout the day as I go. I'm like,
Oh,
that was a
smart.
nice moment. That was a
You
good
know,
moment.
that's
Yep.
smart.
I start editing in my downtime. Like there are some, like, you know, yes, you're on 24/7 at these weddings, but you do get some downtime when they're eating
Yeah.
or when they're like having their own break as the bride and groom. So I'll start clipping things up and just like
Getting
popping
ahead.
bits in, go home, edit, upload, go to bed.
Done.
Yeah,
So
done.
good. I think that's why
Slay.
people love the content creation, because it's instant turnaround and you're not waiting on a video for forever. Like who's trying to, color grade and like make sure that things are done to a certain, I don't know, extent and everything.
Well, the
so-
timeline for wedding videographers is what like now? I heard it was really long, isn't
Isn't
it?
it? It's like 6 months.
For
Yeah.
one video.
And for photographers too, but it takes time.
It takes a
There
lot
were-
of time.
100%.
Yeah.
I do photography as well. I'm still in the learning space. I've been mentored by a photographer at the moment. And I did a wedding just before Christmas. I did a 12-hour wedding and I took 9,000 photos. I only just finished editing this week.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it takes so
no
much time
wonder.
to, and like I've learned, I've overshot. Don't overshoot your next wedding. But it takes time because you've got to go through all the content. They've got to clean it up and they're going to make this beautiful polished video or a library of images. And I'm like, oh my God, I missed my content because I literally will do it within the week and it's done. And I keep the content on my phone and I always look back and I might do recaps or, oh, this is a viral moment I want to hop on. But yeah, like it's so much quicker.
How is the storage looking on
I
your
was literally
phone?
about to ask that question. What is your storage like?
It's not good. I
Oh my
don't keep
gosh.
everything every wedding.
Yeah.
I'll keep my favorite moments so that I've always got them on my phone. Everything's on my Dropbox. So if I ever need to go back or a client's like, oh my God, I can't find my videos, I've got them backed up. So my Dropbox storage is huge. My phone I've got like a 2 terabyte cloud as well at the moment. Yeah, we're
That's
just
one as well.
content life.
Yeah.
Well, I feel
I'm
like
running out of
it's such
storage. It's
a,
stressful.
like, no one speaks about storage, but where do you,
massive.
I know, after you record, where does your content go? Like in storage as well. And I think
I also say to
people-
my clients they've only got their Dropbox for 1 year.
Yes.
So I haven't done it yet. I haven't deleted. It's been 2 years and I haven't deleted anyone's content because I'm not at full storage yet, but I'm close. And I'll give them a warning and say your content's about to go. Please save it.
Yeah.
And then I'll wipe it. But I'll keep the best bits still because it's always good to look back on and
it's good for the folio as well.
portfolio.
And
Yes.
we're doing that now as well. We like did almost 1 year of shooting and we're like, oh my God, we're running out of actual space now. And let alone like one client at the moment is taking up like 3 terabytes?
Yeah.
We're
just-
one client out of our 8 or 9 at the moment. So it's like we're gonna start really culling through, but like keep what's valuable and then what's valuable, what's B-roll, what's good B-roll. Like, it is a process in itself. I can't imagine what like other social media agencies are doing. Like how are they keeping
We have
storage
like a
and
NAS
stuff?
NAS system or,
NAS
or-
system or
yeah,
something.
something like that.
Yeah, what did you
Alright.
guys do at Lulu? Like, did you guys have a work phone or
We had a
like
SharePoint,
Yeah.
right? Or-
SharePoint and we had there was a social phone, but we never used it.
We never
'cause
used it,
was- Our personal phones were better.
Oh,
And I told them, I was like, guys,
like
I'm
seriously?
going to use my personal phone. Yes, that was the backup. But
Yeah.
we saved everything on the SharePoint folder.
I remember we were using Officeworks microphones as well. I was just like, let's see, we
like
need to get rid of
$20.
We need to get
Oh,
rid of
these little
these.
tiny ones.
Yeah,
looking,
the auto ones
They
or
were
something.
Not like
really
DJI
bad.
Roads or anything.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wow, I'm
No budget.
No budget.
That's insane. Wild. Interesting.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well,
What have you learned as a business owner?
yes.
Oh, what have I learned? I've learned so much. You like being a solo business owner, so like doing it by yourself is really lonely. So I have had to surround myself with like people that are in the similar industry, but also being really open with what I do with my family and my friends so that I feel like I have a good support network. Like I love being around people. I think that's maybe the one thing I miss the most about a 9 to 5 and being in an office and like having friends and going for coffees and like hanging out with them every day. You do feel quite isolated and I think you actually work more when you're by yourself because you're like, well, I may as well just get it done because if I don't do it, no one else is going to do it. So I've had to learn to like, be really open and not feel like I am doing it by myself. My biggest thing has been asking for help. It took me a lot of confidence to hire someone and to bring some girls in to go and do jobs for me. One of my friends recently, I was having like a full mental breakdown because I was like, I have so much work to do. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm so tired. I was like in the middle of the Australian Open. I was like, I can't do this. And she's like, you have content creators. Send them the content and get them to edit it for you. Like you've got a team. Trust them. You've trained them. You trust, like you know that they're good. So get them to help. And so I think that's been my biggest thing. It's like I don't have to do this by myself because I'm not going to be able to grow and scale the business if I don't bring on a team. I've got, there are some weekends coming up where I've got 2-3 weddings a day. So it's like I can't do that if I don't have a team that I trust. And that is scary because I'm sending these people out to represent me and my page and my business. And yeah, it's been a lot. Yeah. Hustle. That's what I say.
No, far out. It is really interesting that you say that because I think it's awesome that you've gotten to that point as well. And I think as business owners, you're so protective of like your IP and what you stand for and who you are as well. And then that aspect of hiring is like so daunting because what if this happens? What if that happens? Like what ultimately, I guess, got you over the line to take that leap?
Yeah. I hired a friend of a friend first because I thought, well, she's come through a referral. I trust this person. It was actually my cousin. I was like, I trust her. And this person was already making content herself. So I was like, well, you know what? She knows what good quality content looks like. She was really passionate when I met her. I just had a good feeling when we caught up. I was like, I think I could do this. She then like trained and shadowed me. Like everyone always thinks that's so funny. And I always say it. I'm like, it's not why we're called shadow. But yes, they shadowed me for the day. She shadowed me for like 3 or 4 weddings before I sent her out by herself. So that she could, because weddings are a beast. Like they're long days. You're in the bride's face the whole day. So and like to know how it works and the structure of it, like it's so important. Like the first wedding I went to that I got sent out to, I'd never done it before. So I take my hat off to her because the fact she sent me out there with no experience of a wedding was insane. And it was the biggest wedding I've ever been to in my life. Like it was this big Lebanese, like very big famous family. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, what? This is insane. Never done a wedding like that since. But yeah, I basically just had her following me for a long time until I could feel like, yep, she's got this. She'll be good. And just really gave her all of my knowledge. She's young, like she was early 20s, and I'm like, I know you've got this. I can, like what I saw in you, I could see something in her, and I knew that she was going to be great. And then I've done that. Look, I've had one bad experience with a content creator and bad feedback from a client. It's not a nice feeling. Yeah. You're like, oh, okay, great. Like they're not going to come back, and that's not nice. But you can't win everything. And so now, just being more vigilant with my training and got 3 fantastic girls now that I trust everything with. Yeah, it's like hiring anyone though in any business. I think I've learned as well in having my own baby and my own brand and something that I've grown myself. I've found a new appreciation for the brands I worked for because it like when you're in that full-time hustle of a social media or a brand role, you're just like, let's just pump out content, let's get this done, let's just get it, like let's work hard because you're a one-man band and you're doing 50 jobs. But then you don't really realize how valuable a brand is until you create one yourself. Because if I'm not at that point yet where I'm going to hand over my Instagram to someone and get them to create something, because I'm like, if they do it wrong and it looks bad, I'm going to freak out because it's not on brand. And yeah, I take my hat off to all the brand managers that let me run their socials, because that's scary.
That's actually so true.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Farah. And even the fact that, I guess, like we have clients who are like, yeah, like just take over our social media. That's all good.
It's so important.
That's so true.
It is quite deep.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because like I have my own style with like my font, or how I post a client review, or how I do my tags, or whatever it might be. And it's like I want that to always be seamless and look clean and look professional. And yeah, now I'm like, oh wow, the amount of there were times in my career where I didn't do that for a brand, and I apologize.
Well, where do you see Shadow, I guess, taking off? Like, do you have any big goals in mind? Feel free to share, or I guess, like, yeah, where do you see it
next?
going? Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard because I don't know how long wedding content creators are going to be a thing for. Like, it's so new now. Like, we've definitely got a few years in us. But I do feel like people are pulling away from social. Like, I do have some clients that book me and go, we actually don't want to post anything though, it's purely for us. And I'm like, respect that.
Oh,
it's
that's
your
so
wedding.
cute.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm not going to, like, if they don't want me to post, I'm not going to post. I'm not going to, I respect those boundaries 100%. So I don't know how long I'm going to have that space for until it just becomes something different. So I'm upskilling at the moment in the photography space.
I saw that. Very, very good.
Yeah, the editing is a lot harder, but we're getting there. And it takes a lot longer. But yeah, just basically backing myself up in the wedding space in case that dies down or isn't as popular anymore. Then I've got another service that I can offer in the wedding space. On the brand side, I'm doing a lot of work in the PR influencer management area, where I'm helping a publicist at the moment with all the Melbourne productions of like musicals and stuff. So trying to build that network of influencers as well, so that if I want to go down the PR route, I could explore that or go into a role where I do that more permanently. But I've also built a new arm of Shadow Social, which for a social media person, I am so bad at posting on my own Instagram. Like, people are like, oh my God, you do this? I'm like, yeah, I haven't posted it. So helping brands create more UGC content, but also helping influencers create content. So I've had a few reach out to me being like, hey, I need help with this brief. Do you have any ideas? Like, can you pitch me some, or can you storyboard the video for me? We then send that back to the client. They approve it. And then I go and film this influencer. I produce the video for them. I edit it. They post it.
Wow.
And so that's what I'm trying to build that on the side as well, so that I do have, something to keep me busy during the week, because obviously weddings are mainly weekend-ish. I've got a lot of weekday weddings coming up, but to find that balance so that I'm doing some other things, so that I don't know. I don't think I want to give up my weekends for the rest of my life. Like, I'm eventually would love to settle down, have a family, and be around. But I see so many working mums and dads in the wedding industry, and I take my hat off to them, because it's so hard. I couldn't go do a 10-hour wedding and then go home to like 3 screaming kids. I couldn't.
That would be a lot.
So
What do you mean?
what do you mean? So yeah, just trying to like upskill myself and build my network, so that when I want, like, I'd love to grow Shadow into this big thing. I would love it to be, the one-stop shop for a bride and groom to create content, to have their wedding captured in any way they want. And that might be bringing on videographers. They might be bringing on, professional photographers, and then just being more of it like a agency base. I don't know. I feel like it's still in that new space of Shadow, that I just want to like go with the waves at the moment, get the jobs done, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, because I don't think there's a lot of, I think if you do want a wedding like content creator, it's really like you go out and seek for them individually. There's not really one that covers photography, videography, and content creation at the moment.
Yeah, and
right?
a lot of photographers are bringing content creators in-house now, which is so smart.
It is
They're
very
like,
smart.
Hey, I know, you've hired me for photos. Do you want content as well? I know it's a new thing. I can bring my person along. So I've noticed that happening a lot, and I think it's really, really smart. So I'm looking on the other side of that, of like, okay, what else can we offer at Shadow? And I've had a few people be like, hey, I've seen you do photography. Like, can you do that and content? And then I bring one of my girls along to do content, and then I've been doing the photography. So yeah, just trying to play around with different options and seeing what I like. Like, I've got the flexibility to do it now. So do it now, and then we'll see what happens.
It's such a fun experience, like being a vendor at a wedding, and then you see like all the other vendors as well.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, photographer, videographer, content creator, and then the BTS of the photographer, BTS of the videographer
Literally.
as well. Can you imagine?
I've been to some weddings and there's like 7 of us on the content team.
7?
And I'm like,
What?
we're fighting for a spot in the aisle and it's crazy. I'm
That
always
is
so
hard.
conscious as well of like, I never want to get in the way of the photographer and the videographer if they're there. They are the pros. They are the pieces of content that they blow up on their wall and that their kids will be like, oh my God, that's mum and dad at their wedding. So I'm always so conscious of it. But if I need to fight for my spot, I'll fight for my spot.
Yeah,
Like, I know when a kiss is coming, I'm going to go stand there now. So that I'm like, I'm here.
Yes.
Get out
Yeah,
of the
get out of my way. Work around me.
Love that.
Legit. Well, because it's such a thing in the wedding industry. I've seen so many like when someone's wearing like metas and it's like this photographer got in my way, like when they were doing the
Oh,
aisle
yeah.
shot and stuff. Yeah,
I
it's
think I've
just
seen the same.
And it like
a lot.
I'm always scared if I'm going to a new job and I've never worked with them before because I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to expect. 99% of them have been incredible. Like they like, oh Les, have you got the shots that you need, or is there anything that you want to get? Like everyone's been so supportive. I've only had like 1 or 2 bad experiences, but we're not here to take their jobs. Like I always like say the bride wants us all here, so let's all work together. Kill them with kindness.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, how many content videographer, photographers are we gonna have at our wedding?
We're gonna have every angle covered.
It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be cinematic, hype reel style. It's gonna be trending, and then we're gonna have your like photos. But then there's gonna be like the flash photography.
film.
Literally.
What else do you want? Polaroid.
So by then you're gonna have to cover all that ground for us. By
I know,
the way.
we'll
So,
onboard
yeah.
Shadow.
Just give me a bit of warning so that I can start building
Get
up
your
my team.
videographers, everyone ready to go.
I love it. I think I'm happy with that.
That was
All right.
awesome.
Leslie, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
We greatly appreciate all you've had to share about your industry and your journey as well. And it's been really awesome, I think, personally, to just hear about where you've come from a content standpoint. I think we both just jumped in and we're like, let's work together. This is great. But I haven't really gotten a chance to get to know you in the sense of where you've come from and obviously what you're doing now. So thank you so much for sharing. I personally really appreciate it. And I'm sure the listeners would as well. Did you want to add anything as well?
No, you guys slayed today. I was just here for the vibes.
Here for the vibes. Is
I
there
loved
anything
it.
you'd like to pass on to, I guess, anyone listening who is thinking about starting content or is a business owner that is struggling with content as well? I think that's something we want to try and leave on with these podcasts to give as much value as possible for those looking to get into the space.
Yeah. Reach out to the people that inspire you on social. Like a lot of us are willing to have you come shadow us for the day or answer your questions. Like I am always looking for content creators. So if there's someone out there that's like, oh, maybe I want to give weddings a go, like reach out to the content creators that you follow or the ones that you like. We were literally just saying before, I haven't done it to some of the ones that I, look up to, but it's how I learned how the industry, like the wedding industry worked, and it's how I learned that this is what I wanted to do. So yeah, don't be afraid to just ask. Like a lot can happen when you do, and
I love it. That's beautiful to leave on. Be sure to rate the show 5 stars, like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that you need to do, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Bye guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.